Hey guys, it's Utonia here, back again with another ESS trap. Normally you cannot anchor bubbles in locations that are dead space, such as D&D sites, event sites, unstable wormholes and missions. However, the ESS doesn't have these same restrictions, so it can be used to bubble in those locations. So using this, I'm going to anchor the ESS inside a burner mission. In case you're unfamiliar with them, burner missions are really tough missions designed to challenge players' ability to fit ships for specific encounters. Normally they require a specific fit in order to be run effectively without the risk of dying. One of the harder encounters are the Anomic Base missions. These missions normally require a cruiser fit in a specific way to clear them. The burner rats inside these missions all have warp disruption effects too, so once you're caught, you'll usually die to them. Specifically, I'm going to be using the Blood Raider Anomic Base mission. This mission contains 3 rats inside of it, 2 sentinels and an Ashimu. The sentinels have 20km warp scramblers and the Ashimu has a very long range warp disruptor and webs. And they also have extreme energy neutralization. The sentinels also have tracking and missile disruption, so this site will very likely kill any cruiser that comes in that is not specifically fit for running this site. The other Anomic bases could also be useful to trap with, but I think the Blood Raider one is probably the hardest. I'll leave a link to the specific mission on the Kruk website if you're interested in the full details of the encounter. Now this kind of trap has always been possible, however it is so much more consistent now with the Potency 75 standings booster, since it allows you to decline any mission without penalty, so you can specifically look for and accept the Blood Raider Anomic Base mission or any of the other Anomic bases that you wish to trap with. Now unfortunately I don't have footage of people dying inside the ESS traps. It's hard to specifically get them inside busy and active systems, since burner missions normally spawn around 2 to 4 jumps away from your agent. One of the cool things about the ESS traps is that you don't actually have to be active with them like you do with the Diamond NPC traps. So even though you can't quite get them into active locations, because they can be active from downtime to downtime, you do have to change your ESS trap at downtime or risk the ESS getting killed. After downtime, your mission will actually go to a different location and the ESS won't change locations with it. So your ESS could be in a mission before downtime, and then after downtime, that mission is gone to a different location and your ESS will still be in the old location where anyone would be able to just warp to it and kill it. So ideally you'd want to log in just after downtime, scoop your ESS and then put it into the new mission location. However, if you can't log in after downtime due to work or sleep schedule, if you're in a different part of the world, what you can do is you can decline the mission to get rid of the mission and then go and safely scoop the ESS. If you're not capable of running the burner mission yourself, you can decline burner missions at 0 penalty, so you can just decline the mission. That way the mission disappears and then you can go and scoop and recollect your ESS. Now as I mentioned, I don't have direct footage, but I can show you how effective they were on zkillboard.com. So I anchored them in 3 different locations, in FWST, 1TAC-S, MEB, and also in the ATAC-E. However, the one that was in ATAC-E actually ended up getting 0 kills whatsoever, so you'd probably have to experiment a bit to find good locations for them. The FWST one did get some decent kills though. So let's take a look at how effective the FWST one was. So I anchored this just after downtime on the 4th of February, and you can see that about 2200, so it took a good 10 hours or so for them to get their first set of kills. But we were able to kill a Supal to the Burner Sentinel and a Hecate to a Burner Sentinel. And then there wasn't really more action. Around just before 1 AM Eve time, a Cormorant came in and died to the trap. And then we saw actually an Imperia came in and died to the trap about 2:20. And then it looks like goons brought in a gang to come and kill it, but they still lost an Excura and the Ishtar to the trap. So if you go on to the related kills here, that was the Emperor that died, triggering the trap before. But you can see these guys brought in like a Ferox, Rupture, Excura, Ishtar, and a Purifier, and they lost the Excura and the Ishtar, which is pretty funny, which ended up doing 350 million ISK of damage to them. The 1TAC-S trap was not quite as successful as that. There wasn't a Hecate killed just before downtime. I lost this ESS after downtime. The reason why I lost the ESS was because the mission changed locations during downtime, and I didn't realize it at this point. So I actually anchored an ESS in this system before downtime, and after downtime it changed location, so someone was able to warp in and nix to kill it really easily. I anchored a new one after they killed this one again, and it ended up killing a claw that came in for some reason to check it out. Otherwise it just died shortly after by the similar bunch of guys who brought in a Ferox, Augur Navy, and a Dracovic to come and kill it. There is another guy here listed, and it doesn't say what he's in. I don't know if he died or not. Now, more people could have maybe died to these traps, because if they don't have Z-Killboard's API, then it won't actually appear on zkillboard.com. I noticed that there was a Kadari cruiser wreck in on one of the ESS's, which could have maybe been this guy. It might have been someone else, but that person, you can't actually see any Kadari cruiser losses in 1TAC-S. That was inside my ESS location. It killed some kind of Kadari cruiser, but I don't know because they didn't upload the kill to zkillboard.com. Oh, and it got a purifier too, actually. This is the first one I anchored. Was this was before downtime on that day. It's the first one I anchored. Ended up killing a random purifier that came to check it out. So these traps can be super effective. Also, one of the awesome things about these traps too is by clearing out the trap, they have to run your mission, because all of the rats have scrams. The two sentinels have a 20km warp scrambler, and the Ashmere has a point. So Goonswarm actually ended up clearing out this mission for me, and I was able both of these missions, and I was able the one in 1TAC-S and the one in FWST. So I was able to complete those missions. I didn't run the missions, so that actually pays off the ESS losses that I had. So this is a pretty fun way to get some random kills on zkillboard.com, just to annoy people. If you want to do this yourself, some good locations could probably be any area that's active around NPC stations that have level 4 missions. So I think a very good location would be in Fountain, maybe. You have the Serpentis Prime constellation. Unfortunately, Serpentis only has one level 4 mission agent, though, in that location. So you'd only be able to have one trap up at a time. I think an area like Pure Blind could be really good, because you have sort of the Sisters of Eve constellation there where you can take level 4 missions, and then you could hopefully, since they spawn 2 to 4 jumps away, you could hopefully get them spawning in the sort of area like around ROIR, Roya, where Darkness lives. Another good location could potentially be Great Wildlands, maybe. Syndicate has a lot of level 4 agents. But Syndicate isn't super active, but I'm sure you could probably get a few kills here and there by anchoring them in Syndicate. So anyway, I hope you have fun with this. I certainly did. And the ESS is just an amazing structure, deployable thing that just keeps on giving.